RealToon, it's some real money in the room.
Saying RealToon, real money in the room, man. And today we have a special guest with us in the building. We got the financial literacy guru, one of the leaders in today's voices for financial literacy, Dr. Tay G.
What's happening, my guy?
Dr. Tay G, long time coming.
Long time, man. Shit, last time we did an interview, shit, last year.
It's been a minute, man. It's definitely been a minute, man. And RIP Big D. Who
Most definitely.
The connection came through. Shout out Big D, the Barb Report.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I'm saying? Yeah, that's crazy.
Yes, sir. That's my guy, man. He opened a lot of doors up for me. So yeah, RP Big D and the whole, Miguel TV family. And shout out to Detroit. You did.
Yeah, that part. Who you got with you?
Oh man, I got my childhood right here and best friend, man. OG Perry.
OG Perry.
OG Perry. We did the last interview with Bar Report, and people fuck with Perry. So I said, let me bring him again on this interview.
No, for sure. Well, Dr. Tay G, I don't want to hold you. I want to get straight into it because there's a lot of questions financially that I think the community needs to address. It's time that we have one of those talks. And last time I saw that the community was very interested in knowing about child support.
Yes, sir.
First and foremost, have you had any experiences with child support?
The most experience I done had with child support, well, from my personal experience, well, I have a son. My son's mother didn't put me on child support because we established that from the beginning. What I mean by that is, fellas, if y'all hear me out here, y'all listening, if y'all sit down and go get you a family attorney or a family custody attorney or something, and y'all get a custody agreement, and y'all put everything into that custody agreement that you're going to do for your child, you can skip the child support shit. Meaning, what I mean by that is, you go hire you a family attorney. Everyone needs a family attorney. Not saying it's a competition between the two parents, but if you in a situation where you got a bitter baby mama or your baby mama is pretty much on that bullshit, go get you a family attorney. Spend that $2,500 or that $3,000. Go get that family attorney. Tell that family attorney that, hey, I'm going to pay for my child's health insurance. I'm going to pay for daycare. I'm going to get this amount of money, and I guarantee your life going to be 10 times better than going the child support route, because the child support route is killing you in the long run. What I mean by killing you is if you got to get on child support, you miss a payment, it's killing your credit score. If you miss a payment again, they're going to suspend your license, which means you can't go make no money, you know what I'm saying, and you can't provide for your family. So I would say a custody agreement, put it in plan. Or if you can't afford that shit, I say go open up a business banking account for your child, or a banking account for your child, meaning from birth, you putting money into that banking account every week. You know what I'm saying? So if that lady do decide to put you on child support and y'all go to family court, you can pull up them bank statements, and them bank statements gonna see that you've been taking care of your kid. But to me personally, I haven't been put on child support.
You basically established child support for yourself, though.
Exactly. It's a written plan.
So, if you don't mind me asking, like, how much is it?
I pay my baby mama, I would say I get my baby mama anywhere from like $800 a week to like $900 a week. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on.
You see, in a lot of men, that's the part where what you say sound good, but not sound. You hear me?
Right.
Like, because $800 is a lot of money, especially weekly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's mine, because I know what I'm capable of. You know what I'm saying? And that's my son. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do that on regardless of her. You know what I'm saying? Because I hate to say it, fellas, even though you ain't with the mother, you still gotta take care of the mother, because without the mother, then what? You gotta take care of your family if you're not with the mother. That's all I'm gonna say. Even if she on that bullshit, just do it.
How did she feel when you went to the lawyer or told her you had a lawyer?
She didn't feel no type of way. We came to a mutual agreement. You know what I'm saying? First of all, you ain't finna go against a nigga who's on the internet telling motherfucker how to get out of child support. So I'm like, she couldn't beat that. And then at first she was like, I'm gonna give me a learn. I'm like, okay, cool. That make it even better. That make the situation even better. To keep emotions out the business. Because right now this is a business. Not saying our son is a business, but this is a business for both of us. Meaning, because guess what? This is gonna affect both our livelihood. And look, people talking about well, that's too much a month, or that's too much. Nigga, you can write that shit off quarterly, annually, depending on how you do it. You know what I'm saying? That $800 come out of my business account every fucking month, every week. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? My EA, which is an enrolled agent, write that shit off every quarterly. So that's a tax write-off.
What is an enrolled agent?
So an enrolled agent is it's one of the highest certifications you get working for the IRS. You have a enrolled agent, then you have a CPA, a certified public accountant. Pretty much tax people who prepare your taxes. An accountant is more per person that work on bookkeeping, live keeping, all that. And EA works on your bookkeeping, your live keeping, and it tells you and keeps you update on the certain tax laws and certain tax rules and regulations. You know what I'm saying? For instance, if you want to get added on to your company, your EA will add you on as a W-2 worker. You know what I'm saying? The employee, you become a W-2 employee of your company, and you on payroll, and you probably get take out like 10%, 15% of your business, your business operating account for payroll. So that's the EA.
Right. Well, a lot of people feel like, especially just continuing the child support conversation, that paying yourself through your business is a way to minimize what you would owe if you ended up going the court route.
That's correct.
Elaborate on that.
Right, because what the business makes is separate from you. You know what I'm saying? So you got the business, all right? First of all, you never want to own nothing. When you a business owner, you own nothing. Everything is not in your name. Nothing is not in your name. You put that business into a trust account, a trust, which I tell people do a contract trust. You know what I'm saying? And the contract trust owns everything. You're just a regular W-2 employee of that business. So you get paid monthly, a monthly salary or a salary every year from this business. So whatever you make from this business, you might be making $5,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're going to file on your personal taxes, because the business and personal is separated. You know what I'm saying? Your personal tax and your business is separated from your business taxes, because the business, if it's an S corp, you file it separately. But if it's an LLC that most people don't know, I'll repeat it. If it's an LLC now, and you a sole proprietor, anything, you still got to file your personal taxes with your business taxes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In order for you to become an S corp, you must be making at least $50,000 or more, so you can switch over to be an S corp. But to go back to the child support thing, it's a tax write-off. What the business makes is not what you make. You know what I'm saying?
So for people that don't know, though, you're suggesting that the best method is the S corp method.
Correct.
And why is that exactly?
Because it separates the business owner from the business.
Right.
For example, RealToonTV is an S corp. All right. Lord forbid anything. You know what I'm saying? Let's say, for instance, you get into a little situation and someone try to sue you, and they go to court, and they say, okay, well, you gotta blase, you gotta pay this person, did this and that, and they try to come for everything you got. Everything RealToon got. They try to come for everything RealToon got. All right? They're not going to come for your government name, your real name, your government name. Why? Because you are separated from the business. The business is, whatever the business makes is different. You know what I'm saying? You're not filing your taxes, your personal taxes with this business tax anymore. You was an employee of your business, your own business. So that just separates you completely from that. And it's a liability. That's where limited liability come in there with LLCs. You only limited to certain protections of assets when you filing as a sole proprietor or LLC. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you move to an S corp or a C corporation. You did.
Right. So just veer off for a second, right? Because you talked about limited liability, S corps. Uh-huh. I want to take it to music.
Okay.
So recently, Yella Beezy had court with and against Rainwater for an altercation that they had back in 2020, where Rainwater was allegedly jumped by Yella Beezy and his crew outside of V Live in Dallas. So Rain ended up suing for like $1 million, right?
Right.
And I think he was just awarded $325,000 or so by the jury. In Yella Beezy's situation, right? Because that's a lot of money, especially once the checks start slowing down, the shows start slowing down, the streaming starts slowing down.
Right.
You might have had that to lose back in 2020.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 300,000 might not have been that much.
Right.
Right now, after the PPP era, after the recession, after your music ain't like 300 is a lot.
Hell
so
yeah.
What would an artist like Yella, what can they do to protect their assets in the event that something like that happens?
Okay, it depends. So Rainwater sued Yella Breezy, right?
Right.
All right. I hope Yella Breezy got his business LLC. I hope he brand name. I hope he took his brand and turned into an entity, branded his name. You know what I'm saying? Turned to a separate entity. So what he could have did was he pretty much could have went. Oh, he got his business attorneys on point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Put Yellow Breezy or whatever his LLC is into a trust. You know what I'm saying? And then limited how much you have coming in and how much you coming out, because once again, your EA and your CPA can determine how much you show the IRS. You know what I'm saying? And you can write off a lot of things. See, a lot of people think the more income you get in, that's good. No, the less income you make in your business, that's better, because you don't owe motherfucking taxes and you don't owe people. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Rainwater hit him for $300K.
300.
He probably didn't have his business. He probably was tied in with his person in his business. He didn't LLC his name. You got to LLC your rap name, dog.
Damn, you don't think Yellow Breezy LLC this rap name?
I don't think a lot of niggas ain't trademark LLC their rap name. Oh. For instance, you don't believe me? Shit, who it was? Young Blue. That's how they owe Boosie.
Right.
They ain't do that. See, rappers don't know that. They still stuck in that street shit. You know what I'm saying? But when you get with a motherfucker like 50 Cent or nigga like Dr. Tay G or other nigga, they tell you shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta learn how to separate the business from the brand, from the street life, if that makes sense.
Oh my.
I'm gonna repeat that. Shout out to OG Percy. You gotta learn how to separate the business from the brand from the street life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have your attorneys in point. You gotta have certain contracts in place. You gotta have crash dummies. I wouldn't even say crash. You gotta have someone take the fall for you, dog. When you get to a certain level, dog, you can't be out here scrapping with niggas. You can't be out here doing it, nigga. Like, bro, come on, bro. Like, it ain't. I understand the internet and troll shit, but you got business entity, because niggas, that's what niggas want you to do, fall and say Ponzi schemes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then now you got to pay this out, but shit, if you go file bankruptcy, you ain't got to pay shit.
Right. And it's, I mean, the situation between Rain and Yella is so sad, because Rain, he actually was hurt. You know what I'm saying? I think he had to have hip replacement surgery.
Damn.
He walks around and he doesn't wear shoes. If you ever see him, you'll notice he has on sandals.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the reason is because of the surgery. Like, he has suffered permanent injuries. Yeah, from that. You know what I mean? Or at least, I don't know if that was just a time period, but from the time that I spent around Rain, you know, I fuck with Rain. You know what I'm saying? We got history.
Right.
And so do me and Yella and his people. You know what I mean? Lil Deezy. Shout out Lil Deezy.
Right.
But at the same time, it's a messed up situation for Rainwater. So while Rain may have won financially, I don't think it's worth your health.
Right.
And while Yella, you know, I feel like it was a pride thing for him, because Rain was talking so much. He was just talking so much, and he could never do nothing to him. And when Yella finally caught him, he did him one.
Right.
But 3 years later, does it still make the same sense?
Right.
That it did at that time.
Right. I feel like you can once you keep picking at someone and nicking at it, eventually someone gonna explode. You know what I'm saying? Someone gonna explode. And I feel like I put it like this, bro. If you gonna be gangster all the way around the board. Don't do no police shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Meaning like, okay, if you gonna do it, do it. Y'all could have squabbed that shit up like, man. But hey, it's a business, bro. Hey man, I just wish all our black men just put that shit down, because at the end of the day, we looking like a dumbass fool. You know what I'm saying? The other races laughing at our ass. Like, man, these ignorant ass niggas. I hate to say it, but they laughing at us. When we all come together, get this bread. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I hate that for my own. Hate that for Rainwater. Hate that for Yellow Breezy, because people got to feed their family. But man, make sure you got them business attorneys in place. Make sure you got them contracts in place. Make sure you separate yourself from the business, because you can always go file bankruptcy on Yellow Breezy LLC and go create another Yellow Breezy and brand yourself. Right. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's an escort. Right. So that's how I look at it.
So technically, what you're saying though is that Yella could have beat Rain if he would have had his business.
Exactly. He could have beat Rain if he had his business. Yo, everything was LLC, right? Entity, contract, trust, everything.
So you keep mentioning contract trust. Right. Okay. I'm not sure how deep you are into the trust game, right, but what are the different types of trusts and what makes a contract trust special?
So first of all, this is what I'm gonna say. Any entity that the United States government or corporation create, they have the right to tax. That's what any trust. So when all these people out here talking about you need an irrevocable trust, irrevocable, whatever, the government is still taxing that trust and still can go in and take anything out of you. A contract trust is made up of private land, private attorneys, private doctors, judges, and everything. They're a firm. It's separated from the corporation. I mean, separated from the United States. It's its own entity. You know what I'm saying? Private investors is a contract trust. For instance, you might go buy a piece of land, okay? You might go to the bank and purchase the allodial title. What is the allodial title? Yeah, so allodial title is where you go purchase from the bank. So a lot of people don't know what the hell this allodial title is. When someone buys a house, first thing they say, oh, I own this house. I bought this house. You don't own shit. The bank can come knock on your door right now and say, hey, give me this house, or foreclose your house.
And that's even after you paid off the loan.
Exactly. Because you didn't do one specific thing. You don't build a house from the high up down to the ground. You build a house from what? The bottom up and up, right? So get what that means? You got to purchase the land first. And instead of going to get that mortgage loan or that other loan you trying to get for that house line of credit, go get you a construction loan and go purchase the allodial title from the bank. The allodial title is where the bank owns the land. Land is the most valuable asset or quickest way you can get rich in today's society, owning land. Because guess what? People are fighting over land, oil, and all natural resources, correct? So the allodial title is very, very important. So back to the contract trust. If I go get a contract trust and I pretty much make the contract trust the personal guarantor or the owner of the allodial title, when the bank come knocking at my door and saying, hey, you got to renovate your house so we can do something on your land, I could just show them the allodial title. I'm like, hey, you got to take this up with my trust or the trust. And they ain't going to be able to do that. And they're like, well, it's U.S. property or it's a corporation property. Then you go into the law like, no, this is a contract trust. This is a specific design trust that, hey, the United States government can't come in and take or do anything or tax anything inside this trust. This is a private trust. So a contract trust is just like an offshore account, if that makes sense.
So you would recommend to have like your properties and your businesses all in the same contract trust?
Exactly. Because so this is how you'll do it. All right? The contract trust, you got the contract trust. The contract trust is the owner of everything. You don't want your name on nothing, especially y'all houses, fellas, or parents. This is a tip. Whenever you get a house, tell them not to list your house in the public database because anybody can look your house up on the internet and find your address. When you talk to your mortgage broker, tell them you do not want your listing posted on the internet or the database. That's how a lot of niggas be getting got out here. There's some street sense to y'all. 2, you got the contract trust. Under the contract trust, you got what's called a holding company. Your holding company can be RealToonTV's LLC, even though it's being taxed as an S corporation. And yes, an LLC can be taxed as an S corporation. You got the trust, RealToon. RealToon might have 3 more other entities under it, which can be RealToon Trucking, RealToon Firm, RealToon YouTubes. All right? So the trust owns all these entities. And guess what? The holding company gets what's called distribution paid from the 3 entities. Also, you as an employee on a payroll of all entities getting paid a check every month for all these entities. So it's like you getting paid twice out of that, but you not owning nothing. For instance, why you think the feds couldn't seize a lot of P. Diddy shit? Because he didn't own shit. He don't own Bad Boy. He don't own his house. He don't own nothing. You know what I'm saying? He don't own nothing. His house and shit was in his kid's name or in the trust. Bad Boy, he don't own nothing. So that's why it took them so long to get him. You know what I'm saying? That's a contract. That's business shit. Same thing with what's her name? What's buddy name? P. They captured. He died in prison. On the island. Fuck, what's his name?
Jeffrey Einstein.
Right.
You know who we're talking about?
Epstein.
Yeah. Epstein.
Do y'all think they got all his money? Hell no. They couldn't do nothing. That nigga was still rich. I'm be real. I don't even think he dead. So it's a lot of politics that play into this shit and numerology and astrology and all that shit. But contract trust is the way to go. A trust anyway is the best way to go. You want to build generational wealth for your family. You get a trust. In the trust, you want to have your businesses in the trust. In the business in the trust, you want to make sure you get a life insurance policy. A life insurance policy, not no term life insurance policy, a whole life insurance policy. You could put a whole life insurance policy on the trust. That way you can take the bank out the middleman and you go borrow from your life insurance policy anytime and pay it back whenever you want. Talk about that, P.
But it's the money you put into your policy. So say like you got a workers' compensation settlement. Got $100,000 because you hurt your back at work. You don't want to put it in the bank because you don't build good interest on it. You go get a whole life insurance policy. Put that $100,000 into the life insurance policy. That's your cash value. Starting out, you got $100,000 in cash value. So at any point in time, you could go borrow that $100,000 out of there. You didn't have to wait 30, 40 years to build $100,000 in cash value. You already put it in there. Now you can also add cash value as you make payments over the years. But you starting out with what you put in there. So that could be a $5,000 putting into it, $10,000. But usually they're not gonna mess with you unless you put in 10 or more into that cash value. So you can borrow against it, interest free, and you pay it back when you how you feel like it. You gotta put something back into there as you make your payments. But it's like add how you feel like it. So and guess what? It ain't taxed.
Ain't taxed at all.
Ain't taxed.
Tax money. And then that shit accumulate interest over the years. And for you look up, shit, you got $1 million policy, life insurance policy, shit, you done put in a quarter since you had that policy, man, you gonna eat. You can go pull half the policy out right now and then just pay it back when you want to. That's the key. See, I don't put all my money into banks no more. I put my shit into life insurance policy. So I go, but whenever I need some money, all right, let me go look at this interest. All right, let me go pull this shit. Or when I need to increase my motherfucking life insurance policy or get to it, let me go get this line of credit from Chase. Because I'm putting into my life insurance policy. I know this life insurance policy is going to flip, and then I'm going to go pay that line of credit back, and then I'm going to go ask for a more increase, and I'm going to keep flipping.
And that's one of my tertiary long-term investment strategies. Instead of putting money in the stock market, because guess what? Stock market crash, you could lose all your bread, wars can happen. You could put $100,000 over the last 30 years, and it's all gone. I got multiple whole life insurance policies. One of them is for actually when I actually die, it's going to pay out to somebody. But two of them, when I turn 65 and I got that cash value, I'm cashing out because that's going to be my extra money. That's my secure long-term investment. But they can't advertise it to you like that because it's against the law. But you can use it that way.
Bars.
Y'all own it today. Y'all own it today. So real quick, while we're on the subject of trust, I want to go back into what you were saying about P. Diddy. So, recently P. Diddy has been arrested, captured, denied bail, $50,000. They said he put his all of his kids signed his bail. What was it, like 500 million? Like it was like a lot of money. Was it 500 million or was it 5 million?
5 million. I think like
5 million. So what's that, like 500,000 maybe?
Yeah, 500K. It's 10% of that.
Yeah, 10%. Maybe 10%, right?
Yeah.
But it's still a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? That's a half a ticket. Half a ticket for your freedom, and it was still denied. You said earlier that you believe P. Diddy had his house in a trust. Why do you believe that?
Because he's smarter than that. He's a great businessman. Like any businessman knows you don't supposed to own shit because eventually, I hate to say it, and if you look at what's going on right now, they're attacking all our industry, male figures and black individual icons, and eventually he know the shit he was doing is eventually gonna come back on. We all know that. It's just like the dope game, bro. Either one way in, you gonna goddamn go to jail, yeah, gonna die. Which one? Type shit. You know what I'm saying? So eventually he know that and it just was smart. And the whole East Coast West Coast situation, you gotta think about it. He didn't know if he gonna live 30 or not. You know what I'm saying? So niggas had to prepare. Then he around certain people. What I mean by certain people, certain elites, the Jews. You know what I'm saying? All them people. He around certain people that putting this in his ear like, hey, do this, do that, so you can stay protected. Because and then it's just for protection, but the
he has access to a different level of knowledge because he's in those circles.
He in those circles. It's the network you keep that builds your network. And P. Diddy smart as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But the whole bail situation, he's not getting bail. He's not. I'm gonna tell you what they finna do with this case, dog. They finna take this case and do it just like the YSL's case. They finna try him. He gonna sit in there until trial, and then they gonna sentence him. If you look at it, it's been a fucking same fucking way with Tory Lanez, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Young Thug. They finna do that. Suge Knight, he's not getting out. He gonna do some time. He's not posting bail. See, and then there's another thing. A lot of people think it come with the freak shit, all the freakiness shit, type shit. No, I feel like this. All this shit occurred in my opinion, all this shit occurred when Keefe D went to jail. I'm finna take y'all back to a Vlad interview.
Talk to us.
The last Vlad interview Keefe D did, he looked directly at the camera and said, brother, look, help a nigga out. God damn. When he asked him a certain situation about Tupac and Biggie, right? Keefe D got busted 2 weeks later, right? And was locked up. If this motherfucker coming on Vlad TV and telling these motherfuckers that his own nephew killed or had something to do with the murder of Tupac and Biggie, don't you think he ain't gonna snitch on this motherfucker because Diddy didn't pay up? Y'all didn't think about that, did it? Y'all didn't think about that. Diddy ain't start getting caught until Keefe D went to fucking jail because they trying to pin the Tupac and Biggie situation on him. That's how that shit. And then Cassie came into the place and trying to sue him. See, the feds ain't come in on the sex shit and all that. The feds came in on the Cassidy case. They came back and double looped and got his ass. They settled her in court for that bullshit, but they was the whole time they was building the case on him. So yeah. And then Keefe D could cooperate. Y'all know how that shit go, bro. Come on, y'all smarter than that, bro. Come on.
And caveat off of the conspiracy stuff. Think about it. When did he start giving most of his HBCU donations?
When?
Think about it. Right around he started making all the interviews, that's when he started giving. He been giving donations here and there over the years, but he started giving more bulks of donations when that started happening. Know why? So they can hold that money. Guess what the HBCU's been doing? Returning the donations. If he been giving you donations and he gave it 4-5 years ago, why you been sitting on the money and you been needing to use it?
Jackson State. He gave Jackson State, I think, a $100,000, $200,000, $1 million one. Jackson State.
They used that.
No, they didn't.
Oh,
They ain't used. They still got that shit because they will fight down there fighting over it.
Mm.
Oh yeah, we deep into it. See, if you gonna be into it, you gotta deal with politics. But yeah, man, Diddy, that's just a smart way to do, and learn from people's mistakes, and then from people icons' death. You know what I'm saying? Like people fighting over shit. You wanna have your legacy in order before you leave this world. So he should know that.
Right. I want to switch gears real quick. The PPP. I had to go here. I do want to get into politics a little bit, but before we jump there, I wanted to address the PPP situation. A lot of people are broke. People who just received $20,000, $40,000, $60,000, scammers who hit several times are now broke, and the country has gone into a recession as a whole. Inflation is out of this world right now. We need help. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, Dr. Tay G, what was your thoughts surrounding the PPP in the state that we are now?
My thoughts surrounding the PPP is the PPP was, hey, shout out to Trump.
Shout out to Trump. Trump.
The PPP put a lot of individuals on their feet, big dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? During the PPP era and COVID era, you didn't see crackheads goddamn asking to wash your car no more. Them motherfuckers had money too. I feel like our people went wrong with taking 40,000 unemployment, the COVID money, and going shopping and doing this instead of investing into a skill set to better yourself. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got the PPP. So when y'all were taking the motherfucking trips, niggas like me, Perry, or somebody else, we were around that bitch investing in something that's gonna make us long-term money than quick money. The quicker you get it, the faster you lose it. You know what I'm saying? And instead of just splurging and shit, you should have been putting that shit into crypto, stocks, real estate, or some land. You know what I'm saying? A lot of influencers like me online started credit repair, trucking, Toro, tax services, YouTube, and everything. But it all plays a part of your environment, dog. It's the people you surround yourself with. You know what I'm saying? Once you get a certain amount of money, you can't hang in the hood no more. You know what I'm saying? The PPP helped a lot of people out. But most people don't know the CFP. Damn, I'm talking about the CFP. The SBA and the PPP has been around since the 1930s. Black folks just not getting on to it during the pandemic because that's how illiterate some of us is. We don't read certain things. Our taxpaying dollars go to the PPP and the SBA. You can get a SBA and a PPP right now. You can get grants from the government right now. You set your business up in entities right. Get your business LLC. Get your EIN number. Operating agreement. Go get you a business account. Get you a brick and mortar. 1-800 number. Business website. Go add you some payrolls. Go add you some employees on payroll.
Don's number.
Don's number. They ain't even got to be real employees. They could be overseas employees. What I mean, overseas employees, virtual assistant employees. You want to know how you get your virtual assistant employees and pay them like $3 an hour? Virtual offices. Virtual overseas employees. Upwork, Fiverr. You can go hire employees from the internet to work for your company. Now you can write them off on your taxes, which is, how do you write off overseas workers? You go get you a BEN-4, I think it's a BEN-4 form, a W-4 WBEN form, whatever that damn form called, and you write their ass off. After you do that, you then holler at your CPA and like, hey, I've been bringing in 3 months bank statements in my business banking account. I need a business debt schedule. I need 2 years tax returns. I need business 2-year tax returns. And guess what? You can go apply for the SBA. But a lot of people don't know, Toon, that when you apply for the SBA, big dog, you can't go through the SBA site no more.
What you mean?
You can't go through the SBA site. They gonna send you to a third-party lender or your bank. You could go to your bank and apply for the SBA loan. Most people didn't know that. Or you go through a third-party lender and get the SBA loan. So, go ahead.
The SBA does not give out money. They point you in the right direction of the money.
Say that shit one more time for the family.
They do not give out money. They point you in the right direction of the money.
Right direction of the motherfucking money. Meaning they're gonna send you in the ways of the banks who giving out the money, the private institutions. You did, but man, y'all out there flipping them goddamn PPPs. Instead of flipping them PPP, tricking off on that trick, you should have been out there big goddamn investing in yourself, going to buy some land, going to get you some YouTube shit set up, going to get your credit fee, bruh. Start with your credit. I'm telling y'all this shit right now. Start with your credit. Cash is king, but credit is amazing. You did. Cash is king, but credit is amazing.
Let's talk about it. So there's a guy, one of my favorite intellectuals, goes by the name of John Hope Bryant.
Okay.
He started he started a foundation basically to help to give financial literacy to the hood.
Right.
He talks a lot about 400 credit score communities, our communities. There's a famous quote that he says, financial literacy is the new global language of money. And in today's society, we all need to be bilingual. So my thing is this here. Credit is one thing. We have 400 credit score communities.
Right.
To get a business loan, a lot of loans, there's a minimum of 700 that you need, right? Mm-hmm. And so us having a 6 is good, right? But you really can't get into the loan game how you need to get into the loan game unless you have a 7.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Derogatory marks, hard inquiries, child support, student loans. The list is long in terms of things that are holding us from reaching financial literacy.
You're absolutely right.
How do we get our communities from 400 credit score communities to 700 credit score communities?
Easy. One, hey, shout out to all the black parents out there, single parents. Y'all been doing this for years. If you're gonna put a bill in your kid's name, make sure you got that motherfucker on auto pay. Start with your kid's credit. And what I mean by that, Toon, is adding what's called primary accounts, revolving accounts that you know you can pay on time, like Kickoff, Self, Credit Strong. What these come out monthly out of your account. You know what I'm saying? Like $50 to $25. And they build your credit. They jump your credit score up to like 60 to 100 points. Another thing is, people don't understand the difference between personal credit, business credit, bank credit, auto credit, house credit. People don't understand the difference between that. You did. So what you gotta do is, let's say if you trying to go get a bank loan, you got a 400 credit score, but you know goddamn well your credit score fucked up. If you got $5,000 in cash, go sit there, go take that $5,000, go to the bank and ask them for a secured $5,000 loan. Cool. Once you get that $5,000 secured loan, big dog, you then gonna take you're gonna take $2,500 of that $5,000 the first week. I hope y'all listening to me. I hope y'all looking. Let me look in the mic, the camera. Y'all gonna take $2,500 of that $5,000 that you got in cash and pay 50% of the loan off right then and there. That's gonna jump your credit score 50 to 60 points instantly in the first month. Then you gonna take like 3 to 6 months to pay the rest of that shit off. The banks puts a $5,000 secure loan on your credit, which means now is, hey, we have built trust with you. You have paid this off. Now you have a bank rating, which is a bank internal revenue score. Even if you got a 400 credit score, you know what I'm saying? Now you can go back and ask for $10,000. Why? Because you have a $5,000 secure loan paid off on your business banking account, on your business score. And what is a bank rating? A bank rating is how much money you deposit into the bank, and which lets the bank go make money for other people. So the minimum bank rating score you want is a bank rating 5 and up. Bank rating 5, I'll say anywhere from $2,500. You want to deposit anywhere from $1,000, $1,500, $2,500 up. Let it sit for 90 days, and then you'll get a bank rating. You can go back and ask for $15,000 or $10,000 line of credit or a credit card. They're gonna give it to you because now you have a banking internal revenue score. Have you ever heard the issue where people been cracking their banks and shit and fucking up their banks and trying to get back in the bank, and they got a good credit score? You have heard about that, right?
Right.
All right. The reason the banks won't let y'all back in because y'all fucked up y'all banking and credit. Y'all fucked up y'all banking internal revenue score. You know what I'm saying? Even if you got a 700 credit score. So what you do to get back into the banking system, did some game for y'all. You got to go pull your early warning systems or your check system. Yes, niggas. Yes, to all the scammers out there, all the travelers out there, y'all done drop them checks and shit, whatever the fuck y'all doing. This is how you do it. Go pull your early warning system. Get all that shit off early warning system removed. Once early warning system removed the fucking shit, then you take the new copy of your credit report from early warning system and you go send it to the check system and tell them to remove it and watch you go get a banking account.
Let's slow down, Dr. K. Let me start there. You slow down. You moving too fast. So there was a situation where Chase malfunctioned, and I guess the hood went crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking hitting them back to back. Dropping
them motherfucking checks.
Yeah, they dropping them checks off, and they getting that money back. Later on, a lot of people were disappointed because they woke up and their accounts were in the negative.
Right.
And what many people who do these petty scams end up realizing down the road is that they get their bank accounts removed, and now they do not have access to a bank account. They find themselves on Cash App. A lot of people lost their Cash App. They find themselves on Apple Pay. A lot of people lost their Apple Pay. They can't get on Zelle because they can't get a bank account. So a lot of people are now on Chime.
Right.
You're suggesting that there is a way for you to get a bank account again and get back into real society.
Oh, yes, sir. Fraud. Just like when you go to prison for a certain amount of time and your credit score you come out with a clean credit score, everything starts over in 7 years. 7 years, 10 years. Everything. You get a fresh start 8 years. Yes, you can get back into the check system or the banking system. You just got to go clean your early warning system. Go pull your early warning system report. All the shit that you see on your report that you don't like, just claim fraud and identity theft. It is, let me see, how can I say it? Damn, what's that word? My bad. It is on them, the banks and the credit bureaus, you know what I'm saying, to prove that, hey, this was you. You know what I'm saying? And they got to swear under perjury or penalty under law, under oath, that you did this. And they got to send you verification things. Once you get that shit removed, once you get all that shit removed off early warning system, you then send it to check system. What is check system? Check system is the secondary bureau that holds every information from birth up to now on you. Once you clean your check system and shit and your early warning system, then you go apply for that chase. Man, I done got over 50-some people back into their banking accounts in the last 3 months. We doing it like that. Like, it's easy. Like, just like how you remove child support bankruptcy, you can get back to the banking system. Because guess what? You are in control of what's taken out of your social security number. Nobody else. You are. You know what I'm saying? So you have a signature, a hard, wet ink signature. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody tell you what's your signature and what's not your signature, especially if your ass copyrighted or trademarked your signature. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why you're supposed to have 3 signatures: a bank signature, a real signature, and a fake signature. I just put y'all niggas okay. The bank and real signature, you go try copyright. The fake signature, you don't copyright. So when they try to say, oh, this is you, Mr. Lee, oh, well, let me go pull my signature up. Let me go pull my my trademark copyrighted signature up. Do this match this? This is not me. I can't be telling y'all this.
The PPP. I had to go here. I do want to get into politics a little bit, but before we jump there, I wanted to address the PPP situation. A lot of people are broke. People who just received $20,000, $40,000, $60,000, scammers who hit several times are now broke. And the country has gone into a recession as a whole. Inflation is out of this world right now. We need help. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, Dr. Tay G, what was your thoughts surrounding the PPP in the state that we are now?
Oh, my thoughts around the PPP is the PPP was, hey, shout out to Trump.
Shout out to Trump. Trump.
The PPP put a lot of individuals on their feet, big dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? During the PPP era and COVID era, you didn't see crackheads goddamn asking why your car no more. Them motherfuckers had money too. I feel like our people went wrong with taking 40,000 unemployment, the COVID money, and going shopping and doing this instead of investing into a skill set to better yourself. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got the PPP. So when y'all were taking the motherfucking trips, niggas like me, Perry, or somebody else, we were around this bitch investing in something that's gonna make us long-term money than quick money. The quicker you get it, the faster you lose it. You know what I'm saying? And instead of just splurging and shit, you should have been putting that shit into crypto, stocks, real estate, or some land. You know what I'm saying? A lot of influencers like me online started credit repair, trucking, Toro, tax services, YouTube, and everything. But it all plays a part of your environment, dog. It's the people you surround yourself with. You know what I'm saying? Once you get a certain amount of money, you can't hang in the hood no more. You know what I'm saying? The PPP helped a lot of people out. But most people don't know the CFP. Damn, I'm talking about the CFP. The SBA and the PPP has been around since the 1930s. Black folks just not getting on to it during the pandemic because that's how illiterate some of us is. We don't read certain things. Our taxpaying dollars go to the PPP and the SBA. You can get a SBA and a PPP right now. You can get grants for the government right now. You set your business up in entities right. Get your business LLC. Get your EIN number. Operating agreement. Go get you a business account. Get you a brick and mortar. 1-800 number. Business website. Go add you some payrolls. Go add you some employees on payroll.
DUNS number.
DUNS number. They ain't even got to be real employees. They could be overseas employees. What I mean overseas employees, virtual assistant employees. You want to know how you get your virtual assistant employees and pay them like $3 an hour? Virtual virtual overseas employees. Upwork, Fiverr. You can go hire employees from the internet to work for your company. Now you can write them off on your taxes, which is how do you write off overseas workers? You go get you a BEN-4, I think it's a BEN-4 form, a W-4 WBEN form, whatever that damn form called, and you write their ass off. After you do that, you then holler at your CPA, be like, hey, I've been bringing in 3 months bank statements in my business banking account. I need a business debt schedule. I need 2 years tax returns. I need business 2-year tax returns. And guess what? You go apply for the SBA. But a lot of people don't know, Toon, that when you apply for the SBA, big dog, you can't go through the SBA site no more.
What you mean?
You can't go through the SBA site. They gonna send you to a third-party lender or your bank. You could go to your bank and apply for the SBA loan. Most people didn't know that. Or you go to a third-party lender and get the SBA loan. So, go ahead.
The SBA does not give out money. They point you in the right direction of the money.
Say that shit one more time for the family.
They do not give out money. They point you in the right direction of the money.
Right direction of the motherfucking money. Meaning they're gonna send you in the ways of the banks who giving out the money. The private institutions. You did. But, man, y'all out there flipping them goddamn PPPs. Instead of flipping them PPP, tricking off on that trick, you should have been out there big goddamn investing in yourself, going to buy some land, going to get you some YouTube shit set up, going to get your credit fee, bruh. Start with your credit. I'm telling y'all this shit right now. Start with your credit. Cash is king, but credit is amazing. You did. Cash is king, but credit is amazing.
Let's talk about it. So, there's a guy, one of my favorite intellectuals, goes by the name of John Hope Bryant.
Okay.
He started he started a foundation basically to help to give financial literacy to the hood.
Right.
He talks a lot about 400 credit score communities, our communities. There's a famous quote that he says, financial literacy is the new global language of money. And in today's society, we all need to be bilingual. So my thing is this here. Credit is one thing. We have 400 credit score communities.
Right.
To get a business loan, a lot of loans, there's a minimum of 700 that you need, right? Mm-hmm. And so us having a 6 is good, right? But you really can't get into the loan game how you need to get into the loan game unless you have a 7.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Derogatory marks, hard inquiries, child support, student loans. The list is long in terms of things that are holding us from reaching financial literacy.
You're absolutely right.
How do we get our communities from 400 credit score communities to 700 credit score communities?
Easy. One, hey, shout out to all the black parents out there, single parents. Y'all been doing this for years. If you're gonna put a bill in your kid's name, make sure you got that motherfucker on auto pay. Start with your kid's credit. And what I mean by that, Tune, is adding what's called primary accounts, revolving accounts that you know you can pay on time, like Kickoff, Self, Credit Strong. What these come out monthly out of your account. You know what I'm saying? Like $50 to $25. And they build your credit. They jump your credit score up to like 60 to 100 points. Another thing is, people don't understand the difference between personal credit, business credit, bank credit, auto credit, house credit. People don't understand the difference between that. You did. So what you gotta do is, let's say if you trying to go get a bank loan, you got a 400 credit score, but you know goddamn well your credit score fucked up. If you got $5,000 in cash, go sit there, go take that $5,000, go to the bank and ask them for a secured $5,000 loan. Cool. Once you get that $5,000 secured loan, big dog, you then gonna take you're gonna take $2,500 of that $5,000 the first week. I hope y'all listening to me. I hope y'all looking. Let me look in the mic, the camera. Y'all gonna take $2,500 of that $5,000 that you got in cash and pay 50% of the loan off right then and there. That's gonna jump your credit score 50 to 60 points instantly in the first month. Then you're gonna take like 3 to 6 months to pay the rest of that shit off. The banks puts a $5,000 secure loan on your credit, which means now is, hey, we have built trust with you. You have paid this off. Now you have a bank rating, which is a bank internal revenue score. Even if you got a 400 credit score, you know what I'm saying? Now you can go back and ask for $10,000. Why? Because you have a $5,000 secure loan paid off on your business banking account, on your business score. And what is a bank rating? A bank rating is how much money you deposit into the bank, and which lets the bank go make money for other people. So the minimum bank rating score you want is a bank rating 5 and up. Bank rating 5, I'll say anywhere from $2,500. You want to deposit anywhere from $1,000, $1,500, $2,500 up. Let it sit for 90 days, and then you'll get a bank rating. You can go back and ask for $15,000 or $10,000 line of credit or a credit card. They're gonna give it to you because now you have a banking internal revenue score. Have you ever heard the issue where people been cracking their banks and shit and fucking up their banks and trying to get back in the bank, and they got a good credit score? You have heard about that, right?
Right.
All right. The reason the banks won't let y'all back in because y'all fucked up y'all banking and credit. Y'all fucked up y'all banking internal revenue score. You know what I'm saying? Even if you got a 700 credit score. So what you do to get back into the banking system, did some game for y'all. You got to go pull your early warning systems or your check system. Yes, niggas. Yes, to all the scammers out there, all the travelers out there, y'all done drop them checks and shit, whatever the fuck y'all doing. This is how you do it. Go pull your early warning system. Get all that shit off early warning system removed. Once early warning system remove the fucking shit, then you take the new copy of your credit report from early warning system and you go send it to the check system and tell them to remove it and watch you go get a banking account.
let's slow down, Dr. Tay. Let me start there. You slow down. You moving too fast. So there was a situation where Chase malfunctioned, and I guess the hood went crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking hitting them back to back. Dropping
motherfucking checks.
Yeah, they dropping them checks off and they getting that money back. Later on, a lot of people were disappointed because they woke up and their accounts were in the negative.
Right.
And what many people who do these petty scams end up realizing down the road is that they get their bank accounts removed, and now they do not have access to a bank account. They find themselves on Cash App. A lot of people lost their Cash App. They find themselves on Apple Pay. A lot of people lost their Apple Pay. They can't get on Zelle because they can't get a bank account. So a lot of people are now on Chime.
Right.
You're suggesting that there is a way for you to get a bank account again and get back into real society.
Oh, yes, sir. Fraud. Just like when you go to prison for a certain amount of time and your credit score you come out with a clean credit score, everything starts over in 7 years. 7 years, 10 years. Everything. You get a fresh start 10, 8 years. Yes, you can get back into the check system or the banking system. You just got to go clean your early warning system. Go pull your early warning system report. All the shit that you see on your report that you don't like, just claim fraud and identity theft. It is, let me see, how can I say it? Damn, what's that word? My bad. It is on them, the banks and the credit bureaus, you know what I'm saying, to prove that, hey, this was you. You know what I'm saying? And they got to swear on the perjury of penalty on the law, on the oath that you did this. And they got to send you verification things. Once you get that shit removed, once you get all that shit removed off early warning system, you then send it to check system. What is check system? Check system is the secondary bureau that holds every information from birth up to now on you. Once you clean your check system and shit and your early warning system, then you go apply for that chase. Man, Toon, I done got over 50-some people back into their banking accounts in the last 3 months. We doing it like that. Like, it's easy. Like, just like how you remove child support bankruptcy, you can get back to the banking system. Because guess what? You are in control of what's taken out of your social security number. Nobody else. You are. You know what I'm saying? So you have a signature, a hard, wet ink signature. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody tell you what's your signature and what's not your signature, especially if your ass copyrighted or trademarked your signature. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why you're supposed to have 3 signatures: a bank signature, a real signature, and a fake signature. I just put y'all niggas okay. The bank and real signature, you go try copyright. The fake signature, you don't copyright. So when they try to say, oh, this is you, Mr. Lee, oh, well, let me go pull my signature up. Let me go pull my my trademark copyrighted signature up. Do this match this? This is not me. I can't be telling y'all this.
Dr. Tay G, let's talk about it, shall we?
Uh-huh.
What are some good banks that you would recommend people go to get funding?
Some good banks. Well, what do you say, like the personal and business? So let's start with personal. Personal, I'm gonna always say, well, personal and business, I'm gonna say Chase. That should be the first bank y'all open up with. Why? Because Chase have something that's called a 524 rule.
What is that?
A 524 rule means even if you have a 700 credit score and you got money, but if you open up 5 banks prior to opening up that Chase, they're gonna decline you every time. Go look it up. It's called the 524 rule.
Say it again.
The 524 rule means Chase doesn't want you to have any credit cards or banks that you pretty much, well, it's credit cards. Credit cards, a lines of credit, a business credit, anything before them. You can only have, if you have over 5, you have 5 and over, they're not gonna approve you, no loans or none of that, because guess what? You didn't met that 524 rule. But if you got 4 banks and Chase is that 5th one, they're gonna approve you. The reason they do that is because a lot of people don't know that Chase is the big dog of all banks. So when this glitch happened and all these motherfucking people got their money snatched out, y'all fucked up the bank that y'all don't want to fuck up. Chase sponsor and invest in all these other banks. Chase is one of the oldest banks in the world. JP Chase Morgan. JP Chase Morgan was one of the people who didn't get on the Titanic back in the 1930s. People didn't know that. This whole banking system and everything that's going on today, stimulated from the Titanic. It was a lot of politicians and bank owners on that boat. Whoever got on that boat was a politician, a government official, or a bank owner who died just so J.P. Chase can come in, the Rockefellers, all of them come in and create the World Organization. Chase is the number one bank, big dog, in the world. Number one bank. And let's touch back on the glitch, like you said. They just had a glitch, right?
Well, before you even go to that, so is there anything that the people who've had over 5 credit cards opened up in their name can do to get Chase?
Oh yeah, they can do it with Chase. See, it's 24 mean the first year. So if you got 5 banks of credit cards and you try to go to Chase in the first year, they're gonna decline you no matter what your credit score is. But if you, after that year, your year start over. Every year your year start over type shit.
Even though your credit doesn't start over for 7 years,
right? Your
year starts over with
your
the bank.
year starts over, right? So pretty what I'm saying, if you're gonna go through the funding sequence, go to Chase first. I always go to Chase first because man, you can go get a Chase, a brand new business, even an LLC, not even S corp, a brand new business you start today, bruh. If you got a personal Chase banking account and you got a 680 credit score, you could go get a business credit card from Chase up to $75,000. Brand new business. Why? Because we got connections and we know how to play. We got data points. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that shit like so Chase. So when people did that Chase glitch, I was like, man, y'all tripping, bro. Y'all tripping. But on the glitch shit, another way how you could get out the banking system. I think it was 2 weeks ago, everyone's credit report and credit Social Security number is exposed to a data breach in California. This is the perfect time right now to get your credit clean. Because you can use that data breach in California to get every fucking thing off your credit right now and start off from scratch. Meaning the government let a fucking hacker come into the government database and hack everyone's Social Security number. So if you got shit popping up in your credit right now, use that situation to get that shit removed. So you can go to Chase. Another bank you go to, Discover. Discover is good too. You know what I'm saying? Discover give individuals zero APR, zero APR interest rate for the first year. If y'all know anything about money, once you learn the interest game, you gonna learn money. You know what I'm saying? Compound interest rules the world, rules the nation. So if I got a $25,000 Discover card and I ain't gotta pay no interest in the first year, shit, that's the investment you go do. You know what I'm saying? You go start a business, run the business up, and pay the card off. Meaning you're gonna pay $25,000, whatever you spent on the car, you're gonna pay $25,000 instead of paying $30,000 or $35,000 because you got zero APR. Discover. Next, you want to hit up all the pre-approval banks. Pre-approval meaning, hey, you have qualified for some type of funding or amount from this particular bank. How do you go there? You can go through Experian app. Experian will tell you all the banks that you pre-approved of, y'all. It gonna have all the banks you be pre-approved or best fits your credit report. There's one. Now let's jump into the business side. Now we're gonna go back to the SBA tune and the PPP. A lot of people don't know that Blue Vine is one of the main banks that get the SBA and the PPP. You could go get a $75,000 line of credit from Blue Vine just from having your business set up properly and just for having at least 3 months bank statements. Even if your credit score is 550, you go get a line of credit right now. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm gonna give y'all a game on, let's say Vince, you got a 400 credit score like Toon said, the 400 community. But you got the cash. Shout out to all the dope boys out there, bitch. Y'all got the cash, but y'all ain't got the community. Go find y'all a business part of someone like Toon or me. Make us the personal guarantor, meaning, hey, we're gonna go in our credit score, but you're gonna give me 50% of the business. And let's go get this money. Ooh, Toon like that shit. Toon said, that's how you gonna get the money. See, what wrong with our black people is we don't like to work together. But the Pakistanis, the Chinese, they all work together. That's how they got generational wealth. Well, one ain't got, someone else got. I might have the credit, Toon might have the cash. All right, cool, let's get it. Let's go get $500,000 right now. Shit, just give me 30% of that. You can take the rest. That's how you go get it. That's funding, you know what I'm saying? You got Blue Vine, Fundbox, you got motherfucking Rock Financial, you got motherfucking Biz Buy, I think it is, what it is, Biz Buy. You got motherfucking Upgrade. You got goddamn, you got a lot of lines of credit. Divvy. You trying to pay off your credit card debt, go to a company called Tally. You did? So, yeah. What's your advice, P, on funding? The banks you go get a bag from.
Just apply for them. Get your credit right. Get your personal credit right, and then go apply for them. Stop asking your kinfolk for money. Be grown, pay your bills, and if you can't pay your bills, go pay him, get your credit sweet, and then go apply for them.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this, and shameless plug to Dr. Tay G, because like I was saying earlier, the problem with getting the loans is a lot of banks want a 700 credit score. That's the part that we're not hitting on enough is the 700.
Right.
So it's one thing to say that it's possible to get this money, start the LLC, do this, do that.
Right.
Whole time, it's some issues you need to work out with yourself and amongst yourself in order to get in the position that you're building yourself into, right? Because you can have the money, you can have the capital and still not have the credit.
Exactly.
You hear what I'm saying? And so with that being said, if somebody wanted to reach out to you, we can't forget about you. You know what I'm saying? if somebody wanted to reach out to you and get the turn up package, what would they need to do?
Man, you want to reach out to the doctor, the one and only Dr. Tay G, man. Tap into either Tune or Bar Report or come to my Instagram, you know what I'm saying, on my website. What you'll need to do is you need to go get you pull your real credit report from Identity IQ, you know what I'm saying, or Smart Credit or my annual credit report. And what'll happen is you'll come to me. I'll give you the full package suite. $1,550, I clean your credit. If you ain't got $1,500, guess what? We even do payment plans, meaning you can do a $750 deposit, but your ass got 30 days to pay me out the other $750, or I'm gonna put a collection on your credit. And guess what? We take your credit score from in a 45-day to a 90-day business day period, from a 400 credit score to probably like a 750 easily. Y'all don't believe me? Go look at my testimonies on my pages. You know what I'm saying? Easily. And we cleaning child support, student loan, bankruptcy, repo. We getting you back into the banking system. I even got a big boy package. The big boy package is more than $1,500. The big boy package is $3,000. Where, okay, let's say if you trying to get some shit done in 30 days, or I'll say 35 days, I'm gonna show you how to sue these motherfuckers, how to go take they motherfucking ass to court and get a bad for them punching on your credit. It's called aberration. It's called fucking secret litigation. And it's also called taking them to small claims court. Yes, you can take these creditors and these banks and go get a bad from pushing on your credit without your consent. So that's how I'm doing it. And I'm building your credit and showing you how to take the credit and invest in businesses. Like Perry said, shit, I wasn't always in this position, man. I was an engineer working a 9 to 5. And I said, fuck it. Man, let me take my credit, go start my business. Quit my job in 2021, and it been rolling ever since. You did? What about you, P?
You did.
Oh, I'm still working.
I'm still working. Oh shit, but yeah, yep. But how they clean their credit on Tune, man? Just pretty much. I got a free ebook. Y'all don't know how to clean that. Go download that free ebook in my website. Teach you how to goddamn send dispute letters.
Well, I don't even want you to continue because I don't understand why are you charging for services and giving out free ebook.
Because that's how it is. Because us as black folks and us there, people like free shit.
Right.
People like free shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't believe in our kind.
Right.
Oh yes, I'm gonna say that. A lot of people don't believe when it's a black person, but when it's a white person, they quit to spend that dollar. So you gotta show results, dude. You gotta show something that's, hey, let me build this trust with you first to show you I'm the real motherfucking deal I talk about. And then once you see the result, come back to me. Now you ready for the big boy package? Come holler at me, man. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll trust the different kind before we trust our own kind. I know we got some fucked up people out there, but everybody ain't fucked up, dog. What I mean by everybody ain't fucked up, everything I do, everything my business people do, anybody associated with me, we got contracts in place. Meaning writing. If you feel like we haven't did something that ain't up to your expertise, or you feel like you want your money back or some shit, take that contract and go sue our ass. We doing shit a professional way. They gonna say arguments, they gonna say money, and they gonna say niggas getting put in the ground. They gonna say unnecessary beef. You know what I'm saying? Right. Leo, you know what I'm saying? So that separates a business owner from a scam artist, if that's what you going to. You know what I'm saying? If people be like, oh well, cause trust me, I read the comments. Oh, this is scam, and then motherfucker, I ain't never seen a scammer talking about contracts or saying, hey, After you sign this contract, I'm finna go get this notarized. This is a public documentation saying you paid me $1,550. In 30 days, if you don't see no deletions, guess what? You're guaranteed your motherfucking refund. So you can take me to court, take it to the police or whatever. They gonna come get my ass. Do that sound like a scam to you?
Nah, not to me.
So that's why I give out free shit to lure people in. It's also marketing and sales. You know what I'm saying? Marketing and sales. It's the push-pull technique. It's a psychology push-pull technique. I might tell a bitch she fine as fuck, and then I'm like, well, bitch, you need to get your feet did or your teeth did. I just upped the bitch and I just tricked her.
Right.
Push-pull. Now
well,
she
not
confused.
Necessarily tricked, but
yeah. Confused like, nigga, what?
Right.
And get what? Now she can't figure me out.
Right.
That's anything. That's marketing. That's
right. Shit show. But so with that being said, Dr. Tay G, I really don't want the people being on my ass in the comments about the game. You know what I'm saying? You was about to say how to clean up your credit.
Right. How you clean up your credit? First thing you want to do to clean your credit is you want to start your personal information. First, you want to go pull your real credit reports for Identity IQ, my free credit score, or my smart credit. Then what you want to do, you want to then go to Chat GPT. AI is y'all best friend right now, bro. AI is y'all best friend right now.
Chat GPT?
Yeah, AI Chat GPT. You want to go in there and give the Chat GPT a command. Create me a dispute letter claiming identity theft for these certain amount of accounts. You're going to go to Identity IQ and copy all the accounts that you want removed off your credit report. You're going to post into Chat GPT. Chat GPT is going to create you dispute letters to the credit bureaus. You take them dispute letters, you print them off, you put in 2 forms of identification, driver's license, ID. You also can go file a police report against these claiming fraud. You package them up, you stamp them. I advise you send them overnight with tracking. The reason you want to send them overnight with tracking is because that certified stamps that, hey, someone got this letter. So if they come back and say, we haven't got your letter, someone signed for this letter, here's the tracking. Send it to the credit bureaus. Wait 2 weeks. If they don't respond back in 2 weeks, you then go to a site called the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. What is the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau? That is the credit bureau. That's who TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian reports to when they in trouble. And you want to file a complaint with the CFPB. You want to take that letter that you sent to the CFPB and you want to upload it to, the creditors, you want to upload it to the CFPB. Now you're going to wait on the CFPB to respond. Okay? After the CFPB respond, you should get a deletion in about 2 to 3 weeks. And if they still bullshitting with you, dog, you can go down to your justice of peace, the small claims court, and you can goddamn go file litigation against the company up to $10,000 for monetary relief. What is monetary relief? Meaning, hey, y'all have caused me damages and defamation of character or my credit profile. You feel me? This is causing stress in my life. I can't get a job. I can't do this. I can't get an apartment. I'm suing y'all for $5,000 or $7,500. You're going to go file with the small claims court. You're going to go to the clerk. You're going to file the form. You're going to fill out the form. You're going to put this keyword on. Why are you filing? Defamation of character. Because they're screwing your character. You're going to pay whatever it is, like $100, $150 to file. Someone's going to serve the credit bureaus. The credit bureaus going to goddamn say they received your shit. Y'all going to get a court date. 95% of the time, y'all, they're going to settle out with y'all. Their attorney's going to reach out to you and try to settle out with you. That's how you clean your credit. How you build your credit. Go get you what's called authorized user. You know what authorized user is, too?
Yes, an authorized user. What is an authorized user?
An authorized user is when you piggyback off someone else's credit. P might have a $15,000 credit card. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to build my credit and get good payment history on my credit, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, hey, P, add me to one of your credit cards. He's going to add me to the $15,000 credit card. The $15,000 credit card is going to report on my personal credit history. All his good payments. Even if he missed bad payments, going to report that shit too. So make sure you get a good one. That good payment.
That'd be the worry with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, for real. My brother, I'm talking, I got to shout out my little brother. I love my little brother. He's fresh out of the pen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Did
shout
like 7 years.
Shout out little bro.
Yeah, little bro. He did like several years, but coming out, he just came out on game. You know how it is. You take that break.
Right.
And if you do your time and don't let your time do you,
right,
you might come out as a better person.
Right.
And we just talked about, putting the children on a credit card in order to build their credit at a young age.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And the problem though is if you do miss that payment. You know what I mean? So would you recommend secured cards for people with bad previous credit history, or are you suggesting that they go all the way out?
Oh yeah, I recommend both. If you're gonna do a secured card, I say at least do $1,000 and up, because y'all gotta think about it. The banks give you a certain amount of money depending on the lowest credit card you got and the highest credit card you got. So you got a $500 secure credit card on your account, and you trying to go in the bank and get a fucking $10,000 credit card, but your highest one is $2,000. They're gonna stay between $500 and $2,000 of giving you because of that $500 secure credit card. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna do a secure credit card, I say do anywhere from $1,000. You know what I'm saying, and up. The AU as well. If you want some good AUs, come holler at me. You feel me? I got over 300 some authorized users. Or you can go to a site called TradeLineSupply.com, a professional site that they ain't got no missed payments or nothing and gonna jump your credit score. That's a site I use. TradeLineSupply.com. You could go get you fucking 3 Chase cards. You know what I'm saying? $350,000 Chase card, blah, 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 $1,500. And this the killing part, Toon. A lot of people don't know. Once you got there and add the AU, you could go apply for the same credit card in the same limit. Damn, that's a lot. That's enough game.
Come on.
That's enough game.
Come on.
That's
well, before we get out of here, I do want to ask you, because we have some people who may not have good credit, but still need a car.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I found myself in a situation, just cashed out on a new car soon as I got it, accident.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And when I say cashed out, now I'm broke. You know
Big
what I'm saying? Yeah, but now I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? No backup plan.
Right.
Can't get nowhere. Can't do no work. And the question is, dang, how can I get to where I'm going with no money? And it's to you can finance. So with that being said, if I'm one of those people, maybe I got a repo on my name or something like that. Mm-hmm. What do I need to do?
Okay, if you got a repo on your name, first thing you need to do is you need to just go ahead and get it removed. Instantly, go ahead and clean your credit, get someone to clean it. Because I tell individuals to go to the banks, don't go to the dealership. A lot of people don't know down payments are illegal. Yes, y'all, down payments are illegal when y'all go to these car dealerships. Y'all don't believe me? 15 United States Code 1605. Go look up the word finance charge. Down payments are illegal at these dealerships, okay? That's one. I'm going to come back to that. But RealToon, remove the repo first. Once you remove the repo off your credit, instead of going to the dealership, let them run your credit 50 times, dog, go actually to the banks. Capital One, Navy Federal, Light Screen, what else banks? You got Independent Direct. You got Crescent Bank out of Baton Rouge. You got Consumer Portfolio. You got Alley Financial. Alley Financial let you put a vehicle in your business name. Shit like that, you know what I'm saying? The banks are gonna give you the check first, dog. And all you gotta do is take the check to the dealership and get anything you want. Right. Easy, you know what I'm saying? Then if you want to increase, let's say for instance you got a Charger, a Scat, but you want to increase that Scat to a Porsche or a Lamborghini. This is what y'all do. Once you get a car, you make 6 months payment on that car. And every 6 months you go back and refinance with a different bank for a higher loan. That's how you get into higher fucking loans, auto loans, and that's how you get approved of different loans. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you keep your cash, you keep your down payment, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, if you went to the bank, you went to the dealership and they say you approved of a car, they ran your credit. Why you got to put some damn money down? Do that make sense?
No, sir.
That don't make sense. Why? Because the dealerships are the middleman. The dealerships are the middleman. They trying to get the sale. But that law that I tell y'all, 15 U.S.C. Code 1605, you know what I'm saying, will tell you about a finance charge, and down payments are illegal. Man, I just did that with my cousin the other day. He just tried to get his Scat, and the lady talking about I'm talking about to clean this credit, 750 credit score and everything. This lady told this nigga he got to put $4,000 down on the 2018 Scat Patch Challenger. But when I got on the phone and schooled her, she got quiet and didn't say nothing. So y'all got to start standing up to these car salesmen and knowing y'all rights, because us as consumers, we got rights. But if you don't read and you don't read the fine
They call
print,
them consumer rights.
they're consumer rights. United States Code law. You did. Toon been doing his motherfucking research.
And when y'all go to these dealerships, for the ones that ain't gonna listen to what he just said, gonna talk, oh, he don't know what he talking about. Go ask them for their credit sponsor sheet when you talk to the car salesman. That's a piece of paper that got every single credit bureau or bank that sponsors that dealership, because they have sponsors. Because what they do is they run your credit through every one of those sponsors 3 to 4 times per sponsor. They drop your credit score 50 to 60 points and tell you, hey, this is what you got approved for. This is your credit score. We ran it. Of course, y'all say, on Credit Karma, it said I had a 760. First off, Credit Karma ain't even right, number one. Number two, they dropped it even lower when they ran your credit score 30 times like that. And second off, they also get a kickback from those sponsors. So say like, let's make a fake bank, right? Let's say you got Credit Union Boom Boom. We're gonna say Credit Union Boom Boom. They said they got you this brand new car at 14%. You really got it for 10%, but the dealership added on another 4% for their surcharge. So they collected 4% interest off of you after already making that sale, so they continue to make money.
So recently, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump had a debate in which we saw that Kamala was a lot more articulate than what people may have thought. Me personally, I don't think Trump should have ever agreed to debate her with muted mics. Mm-hmm. Like, there's no way you're beating a black woman who is an attorney by trade, prosecutor, in an argument, and you can't interrupt her. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. You interrupt and you condescend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not taking. I like Trump's method.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He just says what he wants to say when he wants to say it, and a lot of people agree with his opinion. But Kamala wiped him in the debate, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Now, I want to get to their actual policies, their actual plan for the economy. As you know, we're dealing with inflation, 400 credit score community, and little to no access to capital.
Yes, sir.
Kamala has planned to give $50K to businesses and $6K to families. I'm assuming that's like the child care credit or child tax credit. What do you think about her plan as and her candidacy for president of the United States?
First of all, like you said, you ain't winning no debate with no black woman. You ain't winning no debate with no black woman or arguing with no black woman. I don't even know why you do it. I don't even know why Trump did that bullshit. You can't out-argue a black woman because a black woman is very, very powerful and passionate about what they say and they speak.
Passionate.
You know what I'm saying?
And she got her facts.
And you know what I'm saying? Second, I think that's gonna be great for small businesses. That's gonna get a lot of small business owners attention. But what small business owners people got to think about is, okay, that 50,000 gonna run out quick as hell. You gotta look at the long term shit. You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do long term? Like, is you gonna do 50,000 every year or every 3 months or every 6 months? Like, let's be real. Toon. Your equipment is almost $50,000, bro. And you feel me?
Hey, chill out, Dr. Tay G. Chill out. Yeah.
Hey, but nah, look.
But the equipment, it is a very high startup cost.
Right.
Like, you can't even get a lot of, like, for a lot of businesses, it's hard to even get off your feet because to get the equipment, like, we're not even talking about recoupment of the equipment. We're just talking the startup cost. Exactly. A studio costs $5,000 probably. Photography.
Hey, RealToon, it's some real money in the room.